The history behind early animation and its upbringing is a story of technological advancements and an exploration of the very techniques modern animation was founded upon. Early animation, despite its infancy, was full of life and had as many frames of animation artists could produce, seemingly without limit. Scooby-Doo came far after this era, and despite being in a more colourful as well as modernized time period, it is arguably less animated than most early cartoons and animations in the 1920s. The limited animation Scooby-Doo offers is a product of Hanna-Barbera's cost-efficient themed animation production, as many other parts of the process were hard on their budget, such as voice actors, background artists, storyboard artists, etc. Scooby-Doo is by no means a bad show because of this approach to its animation, but nonetheless is interesting to see the tricks they've used in action while watching an episode. Be warned, once I show you this, you'll probably never be able to unsee it when watching the older Scooby-Doo episodes, so viewer be warned. Today, modern animators use other techniques to cut costs instead of completely omitting parts of the animation creatively like Scooby-Doo does. And instead, a more rotational form of animation is used, called tweened animation. Tweened animation is basically moving parts of the drawing in position and rotation to imitate movement, but the keyframes in which these change are then in between by a computer. This can easily be used terribly and looks extremely janky. However, in some cases, it can be used to great effect and even combined with traditional keyframed animation, especially in channels like Mashed. This is especially seen in one of their videos, Destiny is Fabulous, at the end with Master Chief. See if you can spot it. Did you see it? No? Too fucking bad. As you can see, you would have seen almost all the movements in the scene had no new frames added, and all the joints were rotated on Master Chief. Now onto Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo had, as far as I know, 2 animation cycles they reused almost all the time, and there was the walking cycle of the entire gang, and the running cycle. These animations are reused throughout the entire series, but can be seen as well in the intro to every episode. Each character was done individually, so sometimes Shaggy and Scooby will be in their running animation without the entire gang. The whole premise of the show, I think the directors knew what they were doing, as many of the gags involve characters hiding, which leads to less overall animation and usually just involves heads, arms, legs, just being animated to create funny jokes throughout the show's chase scenes. Most scenes of the characters interacting have only their heads and necks move, or similarly their mouths in a head shot of the characters, which happens a fucking lot. Speaking of heads, you can literally see the line where the animators drew Scooby's fucking mouth separate from his head to save animation costs, and this is seen a lot. Scooby-Doo was a show that had limited animation woven into its whole premise from the very beginning. However, it flourished in that, as it embraced taking shortcuts, albeit in a creative manner. It's still a great show.
FTC.
Copy. $42,530 fine.
YouTube 2018.
Thanks for watching, guys. I know this video is gonna get like fucking 2 views, but I appreciate you fucking lurkers watching it. And donate to my Patreon.